filling these 5 buckets. First one is your knowledge. It's important context here as well. This first bucket of knowledge is always growing bigger. There's more knowledge to acquire. It's like a bucket that is increasing in size as more knowledge is available. First bucket is your knowledge. The second bucket is your skills. Nothing in life can ever empty these 2 buckets. The remaining 3 buckets that I'm going to describe can be emptied. Things can go wrong. You can get fired from your job, professional earthquakes. But these first 2 buckets, no one can ever empty them, your knowledge and your skills. And skills are really applied knowledge. So when you learn something and then you apply it, we call it a skill, which is kind of what we've been talking about with like knowing something, but then doing it is completely different. You can read about exercise, but then knowing how to do the squats and stuff comes from the application of the knowledge, which is a skill. These are the most important buckets in your life, because when these overflow, they fill the other 3 buckets of your resources, your network, and your reputation. Now, these 3 things these buckets can empty at any time. And if you're young and you're thinking, okay, which job should I take? You should make the decision through this frame, because I talk about one of my team members in the very early stages of my entrepreneurial career who decided to leave our company because he was offered a great job title and a big paycheck, which is reputation and resources. But he hadn't filled his skills and knowledge bucket. He'd kind of like managed to convince someone that he was capable of being a CEO of a very big company, even though he didn't have the knowledge and skills. And it's quite obvious what happens there. Life will catch you out. If you don't have the knowledge and skills to meet the situation you're in, what I'm fortunate for is in my life, I spent maybe 3 to 4 years working in call centers, picking up the phone, calling Dorothy at 9 p.m. to sell artificial grass, windows, doors, conservatories, kitchens, because it filled up this knowledge and skills bucket profoundly. I could have gone and got a more glamorous job, but choosing a job at that early age that was focused on my knowledge and skills, not that paid me more or that had higher status amongst my friends, is the reason why I was able to launch businesses and do well at a young age. So I would just impress upon people to really focus and prioritize those first 2 buckets, especially when you're young and especially when they're empty.
Hey friends, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this clip, then click here for the full unedited episode. And if you like that, then do please consider subscribing to the channel. It means a lot. Thank you so much and have a great day. Bye-bye.